In my professional opinion, children are everything. If they weren't abused, um, but they have life. They're fresh. They're brand new. They're so beautiful and loving. And this one girl had a bad parent, and she wanted to get pregnant at a teenager because she wanted to be a teenage mom just to have somebody to love her. And so, like, one of the TV talk show hosts, like Steve Wilkes, like, why would you, were you thinking? I want to be loved. One of these talk shows, I want a baby for someone to love me. That says that's there is no love in the world. Yeah. So I am very childlike because I wasn't a child when I was a child. I was miserable, angry. I wanted to die, suicidal, miserable, angry, and hated everybody. I hated life. I hate whatever um, you want to call Earth. I would call Earth hell. So I hated, you know. Uh, so the Bible verse is, when I was a child, I thought like a child, I spoke as a child. Now that I've become a man, I put away childish things, and that's the biggest bullshit in the Bible. One of the bullshits in the Bible. That one, given it shall be given unto you. That's total bullshit. The church, tithe to a church. Why the hell would you tithe to a church? Why the hell would you tithe to a church? I don't give it to the homeless. Now, Cat Williams gave 10,000, thinking, calling it a tithe to the cities he's in. He's going to give it to the shelter. What is so sad is probably most of it didn't go to that shelter. So that's the casualty. I mean, if Cat Williams just chose one homeless person, give that, and try to make it a mom and a kid, and then you don't even know. God. Yeah, there's no way to know what homeless person you're giving to. What, yeah, it's good to not have anyone on the street, but you don't know what you're dealing with. Like, maybe you're dealing with a fucking mom that is a child molester, okay? And, like, I wouldn't give her, I'd take the child away. You don't know the situation. You have fucking no clue. There's no, Late Theodore Carl Simmons' mom, was a child molester. Got it out of him. He's late Theodore Carl Simmons said, you're the child all right, you got it out of me. You're the child molestation queen. I get this, everybody. Tell the story a million times, but it's funny. He liked being fondled when he was little. So he's 2 years old and he can remember his mom coming over and touching him, his privates, fondling him, and it felt good. So he actually thought in his head, telepathy, mommy, and she did. And that's a little bit wrong, but not like grabbing a private part and saying to a young boy trying to go to the bathroom, does this feel good? That's completely opposite of, making a little, the situations are opposite. Oh, they're both child molestations, both dealing with touching, and like, what's the real situation? So, yeah, when Ted was 19, his mom then was like, hey boy, she's patting him down where his privates are. Hey, you want something? No, she's patting her privates. You want something good? Oh my god! And, like, she flirted with him twice. He couldn't stand it, and he left. So he was able to having a car, and I think he panhandled. But I mean, he was I'm going to say everybody's a narcissist. He's very, very selfish. In fact, the one time I got $10 to give to my boys, for pizza. So I share it with Ted so I just shared it with Ted. Kathy calls up. So she's going to bring over a case of beer. She only showed up like a few times when her mom died. And she was never around me and Ted. She was like, oh, she shared with us. Like, no, you did. But the one time, she brought her a case of lager. And she doesn't even remember. She's like, I don't drink lager beer. Like, okay, well, that's what you bought me twice at Ted's. And everybody else that she knew benefited from her money, extra money, because her dad died. Both parents died. I'm not sure which one died first. So she had, never ever was around to. Okay, I'm not. Fuck. So I bring over the pizza from Blue Star. It was only $10 for two. Really good made pizzas. Simple. You just want them simple. Thin crust. It's just sweet dough. Thin crust. Good sauce. Mozzarella cheese. And they were the best large pizzas. Two for $10. Awesome deal. Blue Star. Way back. My kids were little. And they also gave free pizza in that bar. Now I'm not going to say anything more because the dad was unspeakable. But there were three sons here in the bar. I can't. So I'm not gonna. I'm not smart enough. Yeah, it's not worth it saying anything unspeakable. Unspeakable. The dad was, and then the one son I think was a saint, and no one ever treated me nice before, and he called me sweetheart and honey, and I wrote him a love letter because I didn't have anybody in my life. I'm just so sad. I wrote him a love letter. And it's crazy I was attacked for that love letter. Am I love starved? Yeah, I guess I was. That's fucking crazy. The fuck? Yeah. Like, just because they call everybody sweetheart and honey, okay? So it's not like, but I took it personal. And then one asshole that's out of my life, he used to call me honey and sweetie. I look at that as, especially in violence that was involved. No. No, sweetie and honey. Honey is really just for a sweetheart, just for your lover. Those words. That's not, it shouldn't be like that. Just, hi, a greeting. It's, a name to greet someone. Honey, both gender means, lover to me. What else? Or your little child, honey. God, it doesn't. Nothing matters in this world because this world is a total fucking lie, and I hate. Yeah, I think I hear talking, so I ain't hear the door open. I ain't hear the door open. Okay, so, whatever. This, nothing matters in this life. And several people made that, song Metallica. Nothing else matters. And other people made that song Madonna. And I'm sure. The promise in the Bible, because this is hell earth that you live on, and nobody does anything. Okay, so I was talking about the homeless, Cat Williams gave $10,000 to a homeless shelter. Nice. You're in a city, you give them that money, but it didn't get to those people. The way you have to go out of your way, like this Bond Peter, and there's a Nate that gives out to the homeless. And they are cool because they give out maybe 10, they know 10 homeless people. Like, I wouldn't know. Peter Bond gives them $500 each. He'll go back to the same homeless guy and see him and be like, here's another 500. Why not? They need it. Now, Nate will go and get you your tent, an oven, all the shit from Walmart that the homeless people need. Oh, you need new shoes. What do you need today? Hey, I didn't see you for a while. 6 months. Hey, what's going on? I can buy you some Gatorade. I can buy you a meal. I can buy you what you want at the store. $200 worth, $500 worth, whatever. So he's and drives it right to him. And he gives people tents. They're like, wow, like that's cool. Nate. And there is a guy, Marcus. And Marcus, I got this whenever. He thinks that it's bad to film giving to homeless people. I'm like, no, that's the only church that there's out there. The two people that I just mentioned, Bon Peter and Nate, are YouTubers that probably still give out money. And then there's John Millionaire, and he's a little bit weird, but this guy gives out what the Beast gave out, and that's what a homeless person should be given, $10,000. But he gives it out in a weird way to make sure that the person is telling the truth. Not going to give it to a drug addict or a rapist. He gets to know who he's giving to, and then once he knows that the person's telling the truth, then he'll go further and say, I'm going to help you. I'm going to follow, I'm going to see how you're doing, how your mother's doing. You don't have to worry about anything. So John Millionaire, YouTuber, finds people, and I don't even know if he still is doing it, if he stopped. So that's a church right there. Okay, and that's the only church that I see. Like, you're supposed to give it to the homeless. And Micah says, give it to the widows and the orphans. That's the homeless. Okay? The homeless are modern day lepers. Just stay away. You're like, why won't you help them out? They're the people who need the most help. And they have the worst job, too. The hardest job is being a homeless person. And no rich person could even start or even do that, what they do. Yeah, I'd prove it. No rich person would do that. No rich person would do that. What would you do? Hey, I'll give you $1,000 to film you. Are you out of your mind? The world's backwards. People that need money, they don't get it.